Okay, so today we are going to talk about mean absolute deviation. Okay, that's a big phrase. Okay, we're on page 52. It's mean absolute deviation. Okay. And we abbreviate this with MAD. Okay. And I always tell my students in years past that it's MAD. You can remember MAD because you have to do a lot of work, and it makes you mad that you have to do a lot of work. Mean absolute deviation. All right. Okay, and we're on page 52. All right, so mean absolute deviation has to do with the mean, which is the average. Okay, remember mean is the average. That's where you add, if I have a set of data, okay, I would add these all up. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 and plus 9. Okay, that's 14, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, and then you take that number and you divide it by the number of that you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my mean would be, let me get my calculator out, 4.3, repeating. Okay, so that would be my mean. You add and divide by the numbers you have, the amount of numbers you have. Okay. So it's mean it's just a measure of central tendency. It's a way to find the numbers in between, the average, the basic average, how much it deviates from the mean. Okay, how much is how much the standard, or what grade, like let's say, for instance, I'm trying to think of a good example. Let's say the average class, we have a common assessment, and our average grade is an 85, okay? And in our class, let's say in all of my classes, the average grade is a 63. I want to know how much that difference is between the average in one class to the average of all of my classes. Okay, how much that number is. So it's the deviation. It's how much does it change from the mean. Okay, absolute. So the absolute, if I want to know a change in something, how much it's changing, is that number is going to be always positive. Remember, absolute value looks like this. Okay, and it means that the number that's inside here is always positive. So if I say it changes by 3, my absolute value for this would be 3. Negative 3 is equal to 3. Okay, this is the absolute value. And then deviation means the change above or below the average. Okay, it's how much it changes above or below the average. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to find the mean absolute deviation. Okay. So I'm going to give you the height in inches of a group of boys, the height in inches of a group of boys in the 7th grade, okay? So we have 60 inches, 58 inches, 54, 56, 63, 65, 62, 59, 56, and 58. So the first thing that we're going to do is to find the mean. So we're going to add all of these up. 60 plus 58 plus 54 plus 56 plus 63 plus 65 plus 62 plus 59 plus 56 plus 58. We're going to add them all up. $60 plus 58 plus 54 plus 56 plus 63 plus 65 plus 62 plus 59 plus 56 plus 58 is equal to 591. Okay. And then we take that number and we have to divide it by however many numbers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get 59.1. This is our mean. Okay. Now we have to find out how much each of these deviate from the mean. So our second step, the second step that we're going to do is find the distance from the mean. So I'm going to write down all of my numbers again. $54, $56, $63, $65, $62, $59, $56, and $58. Okay, now you're going to subtract the mean from each of these. So we subtract the mean from each of the numbers. So it's going to be like 60 minus 59.1, okay? And that's going to give us a new value. So we get 0.9. Okay, and I'm just going to do this in my calculator, okay? So I have 58 minus 59.1, which is negative 1.1. Okay. I'm going to put, then we minus 59.1 from each of these. Okay, then we do 54 minus 59.1 is negative 5.5, or 5.1, and then, told you it's a lot of work. 56 minus 59.1 is negative 3.1, and then we have 63 minus 59.1 is 3.9, and then we have 65 minus 59.1, and you have 5.9, and then we have 62 minus 59.1, and you have 2.9. 59 minus 59.1, you have 0.1. And then we did 56. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is negative 3.1. And then we did 58 already, which was the second one, which is negative 1.1. So now I'm just going to count and make sure that I have 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I made sure that I hit them all. Okay. Now I'm going to take the absolute value of each of them. Okay, so our third step is to take the absolute value for each. That just means make them all positive. So I have 0.9, 1.1, 5.1, 3.1, 3.9, 5.9, 2.9, 0.1, 3.1, and 1.1. And then fourth and final step. Just going to take a lot of practice for you guys to do this, to follow the steps and do it. Our fourth step is to find the mean absolute deviation, which means find the mean from those numbers. Okay, so we add them all. 0.9 plus 1.1 plus da-da-da-da-da. Okay, we're going to do that in our calculator. So 0.9 plus 1.1 plus 5.1 plus 3.1 plus 3.9 plus 5.9 plus 2.9 plus 0.1 plus 3.1 plus 1.1, and you get 27.2, and then you divide that by 10 because there's 10 digits, and you get 2.72. The mean absolute deviation, so the average person deviates around 2.72 inches from the mean. Okay, they're either 2.72 inches higher or belower than the average person in the 7th grade, average boy in the 7th grade. Okay, so here are our steps. Okay, our steps. Number 1, you're going to find the mean. Find the average. Once you have that, you subtract the mean from each of the numbers in your data set. Okay. Then you make them all positive. And then you find the new mean. Okay, you find the new mean. Mean absolute deviation. It's a lot of work, so it's going to make you mad.